Welcome to VRD Nation. As a lot of you are aware that we use this channel to explain complex stock market concepts so that we can all become better traders, better investors, and hopefully better human beings. I like those topics that would elevate myself and my audience so that at the end of each video, we all can become a little bit smarter, a little bit more knowledgeable, and a little bit wiser. And that is exactly why I steer away from those topics that are sensational, that are provocative, and that are just simply clickbaits, because A, that is not the intent of this channel, and B, I don't like to waste my time, and I definitely would not want to waste your time. So when I was coming up with a topic for this particular video, I thought a lot that should I be making this video or not, because as you can see, the topic of this video is the biggest lie about intraday trading. So the name itself is very powerful. Lie is a very powerful, very strong word. So I had to make sure that I'm not crossing the line between sharing knowledge versus being just provocative. But just after a few minutes of deliberation, it became very clear to me that what I have to say to you is something very important, and everybody who wants to do intraday trading must know what I have to share. So I have no doubt in my mind that what I'm going to share with you is going to make you a better trader, is going to save you from taking bigger losses in the stock market, especially in intraday trading, and definitely is going to give you a different perspective about intraday trading. So with that said, let's just get into the meat of the topic. What is the biggest lie about intraday trading? So the biggest lie that is perpetuated about intraday trading is that you can come to the market and you can make 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 or 50,000 rupees every day. I see these claims made on YouTube, I see these claims made on Facebook, on Twitter, and all these different social media platforms, and I'm sure you have seen them too. Right? So there are claims like, okay, make 5,000 rupees every day using this simple strategy, or a foolproof strategy on Bank Nifty to make 10,000 rupees every day, or a regular income strategy on Nifty. Right? So people come up with all these different claims, and whenever I see these claims being made, I just shake my head in frustration, because I know, first of all, that they are not true. But more importantly, what I know is that there are a lot of innocent traders who are coming to this market for the first time, who get attracted towards these claims, and eventually they end up losing a lot of their money. And the people that I'm talking about are not someone who just want to become a millionaire or billionaire. They are just innocent people who want to make some regular income from the stock market, and they are beginners. They don't really have a lot of knowledge, and their attraction is towards stability, towards some certainty, and they follow the people who are making such claims and eventually incur a huge loss. So let me explain why this is a lie and what exactly is a lie here, because I want to be very precise about what I have to say. First of all, am I saying that intraday trading is not profitable? Well, that's not the case, because I am profitable on an intraday basis, so I don't have any reason to believe that those who are making these claims, they are making false claims. They might as well be making right claims here. Am I saying that you cannot make 10,000, 20,000 or 50,000 rupees in one day? Absolutely not. I make that kind of a money, and again, I don't have any reason to believe that others cannot. In fact, I know professional traders who make 7-digit and 8-digit profits in a day, and I have seen them, I have worked with them. So that is also not a problem. So intraday trading is not a problem. Making a lot of money is also not a problem, because I believe that if you have the right strategy, if you have the right trading psychology, if you know how to manage your risk, you can make a lot of money from intraday trading. So what exactly is the problem that I'm talking about? Well, the problem is with the certainty with which people claim that you can make money on any particular day. Right? So saying that you can make 10,000 rupees from intraday trading is perfectly fine, but when people say that you can make 10,000 rupees every day, so the problem, the lie is in the frequencies, in the certainty with which people claim that you can make money. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that you can be a profitable intraday trader, but you cannot expect to be profitable on a daily basis. Now, a lot of you might be thinking that, okay, this almost sounds like a technicality. Maybe I'm not making 10,000 every day. Maybe I will make 8,000. Some days I will make 5,000. As long as I'm profitable, I'm fine with that. I'm not that greedy. Right? This is how a lot of people think. But listen to me very, very carefully. If you have this mindset to be profitable on a daily basis, not only you will not make that kind of money which you think you will make, but you will end up losing all your capital 1 or 2 years down the line. Now let me tell you from a real life perspective, where is the problem in this mindset. So let's say, for example, a person decides that I want to make 10,000 rupees every day from intraday trading. right? So the first day the person takes a trade and he makes a profit of 10,000 rupees. So he says, I don't want to be greedy anymore. I will just take the profit I got and I want to be very disciplined. So they take pride in cutting their trade and taking the profit what they can, right? So everything is good that day. They went home and they are happy. But the next day, for example, the first trade ends up in a loss of 5,000 rupees. Now what happens? Well, the mental target that you have in your mind says that you have to make 10,000 rupees per day. And now you are sitting on a loss of 5,000 rupees. So what is that going to happen to the trader who is sitting on a loss? Well, they will be tempted to take more trades. So from the 5,000 rupees of loss, now you are sitting on a loss of 10,000 rupees. Now what will you do? Well, again, the same niggling target which is in your mind, it keeps telling you that, just keep trying, just keep trying, just keep trying. So you started the day as a very smart, mature trader, but as you see, what is going on is that as the time is passing and with each trade, your mental capacity to take informed decision based on rationality is going down, and your mind, which is more primal in nature, your desperation is kicking in. And what ends up happening, practically speaking, is people who have this kind of a mindset, they start with a small loss and eventually by the end of the day, they sometimes see such a big loss that would wipe out all the profits that they had made for several days and sometimes several weeks and several months. People who are watching this video who had this kind of an experience, I do want you to share your experience in the comments below so that your fellow traders can know what the reality is when you have this kind of a mindset. Now, if you compare this mindset with the mindset of a professional trader, a professional trader is not worried about being profitable on a day-to-day basis. So they are aware that, okay, some days I will be in losses, some days I will be in profit. So their target is to be profitable on a longer horizon, let's say on a monthly basis or on a quarterly basis and definitely on a yearly basis, right? So on a day-to-day basis, they know that there will be days they will be profitable and then there will be days that they will be in losses, and that is perfectly fine. It's all part of the game. Now let me give you an analogy from cricket that will make a lot more sense. Think about the best batsman that you are aware of, right? So whoever is your best batsman, MS Dhoni or Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma, whoever happens to be your favorite player, favorite batsman, think about them. Do they hit sixes on every ball, right? These are the best of the best players in the world. Are they hitting sixes on every ball? And the answer is no. Why not? Well, the number one thing is that you can be the best batsman in the whole world, but you need time to adjust on the pitch. You need time to adjust with the bowler. And even after adjusting with the pitch and the bowler and the whole stadium, they may still not be hitting sixes or fours on every ball because some balls will spin more than expected, some balls will bounce more than expected, some balls will swing more than expected, right? So the priority on these balls when they are coming is to protect your wicket rather than hitting a 6 or a 4. Now exactly is the same case in intraday trading, because the market is not going to be the same every time. So every day that you go to the market is going to be a little different, right? So some days the markets are very volatile, some days the markets are just choppy, some days the markets are in a very strong trend, some days the markets are just range bound, they're not doing much. Some days the market trends, some days the market reverses. Some months are very event driven, like you have RBI policies or elections or something which is going to move the market, and there are some months where there is nothing going on, right? So the context of the market changes every day. So if you are a batsman who wants to score a 6 on every ball, what do you think is going to happen? You most likely are going to take a risky shot and you're going to get out. In the same way, if an intraday trader comes to the market without having any cognizance of the market context and says that I will make 10,000 rupees today, what do you think is going to happen to that trader? Well, most likely he is going to take risky trades and would not be able to manage the risk and start incurring huge losses. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that there are days on an intraday basis where you can hit a 6, no problem. There are days on which you can hit a 4, there are days where you should be just going for the singles, and there are days, a lot of them, where you have to do absolutely nothing. Your job as a batsman is to just block the ball so that you don't get out, right? So you have to think strategically. You have to think in a long term how to succeed in intraday trading. You cannot be short-sighted. You cannot say that I have to be profitable every day, because it is the same as trying to hit each ball for fours and sixes, and you know what happens to those batsmen who try hitting on every ball. They eventually get out. And the other problem that I see with people who have a specific target in mind, that they want to make 10,000, 15,000 rupees per day, is that they see the losses as failures. See, losses are not failures. Losses are just part of the equation, right? So if you are playing a match, if a team loses some wickets, it is just part and parcel of playing a match, right? So it's very, very hard not to lose some wickets, but it doesn't mean that you lose the match. So just like losing a few wickets in cricket and getting a few punches on your face if you are doing boxing, that's not failure. That's just part and parcel of the game. In the same way, in intraday trading, if you are taking a small loss, that is just part and parcel of intraday trading. You should be able to accept that, okay, it's just a part of what I'm doing, and my strategy should be to be profitable in a long-term basis. So in my books, taking a loss for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it's not a failure. It is a sign that you are maturing as a intraday trader. You know what the real failure is in life? The real failure in intraday trading is not trading without a strategy. The real failure is not mastering your own emotions. The real failure is not having a sense of risk management. The real failure is not accepting the loss, not embracing the loss and let it become much more than it has to be. See, the way I see it is that for an intraday trader, including myself, the day can end up in one of these 4 scenarios. Either I can end up with big profits, small loss, or a big loss. Now, I don't have any control on the first 3 scenarios, right? Just like a batsman has no control on saying that the next ball is going to be a sixer, I will score a 6, I will score a 4, because they don't know, right? In the same way, I don't know I'm going to make 1 lakh rupees or I'm going to make 1,000 rupees. But what I do know and what I do have control on is taking a big loss. So that is the perspective with which I enter every day, because I know I may end up in one of these 3, and that is perfectly fine, because I know my strategies have an edge. And as long as I'm not taking a big loss, my strategies will eventually keep me profitable in the long run. All I have to do is make sure that I'm not incurring a big loss. So going back to the biggest lie about intraday trading, people who claim that they have a foolproof strategy, people who claim that they have a secret recipe for success, that you can make 10,000 or 15,000 rupees per day, people who do not want to talk about losses and they only want to talk about profits, well, A, they're not telling you the truth, or B, they have never made any serious money from the stock market. And you need to understand what they are selling. They're not selling a specific amount. So amount doesn't really matter. It can be 5,000 rupees or it can be 5 lakh rupees. What they're selling is certainty. So in this world of stock market, which is filled with uncertainty, they are selling you certainty. They are saying that, you know what, just come to me and I will tell you a secret formula for making 10,000 rupees every day. So whenever people who are coming to the market for the first time, when they hear claims like this, they are gravitated towards such claims, because again, it's our primal instinct. We want to be safe, we want to be certain about what we are doing. But the reality is that stock market is uncertain. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. And these are the people who are selling you that snake oil, that, you know what, just come to me and I know the magic trick which will take away all the uncertainty and you will be all safe here. And what the reality is, unfortunately, innocent people, not greedy people, innocent people, just because of the lack of awareness, they follow these people who are selling them snake oil, and eventually what happens is people lose money. People lose a lot of money. I mean, I talked to so many people who followed some strategies like this and they lost a lot of money, and now they realize it, but it's already too late for them. And even if, let's say, they did not lose a lot of money, what ends up happening is, first of all, they are disillusioned, right? They followed someone who promised them that they're going to make some X amount of money every day, so they get disillusioned. But even after that bad experience, they may leave that person, but what they did not leave is that mindset that they got from the first person. So now they are in search of that secret recipe. Now they are in search of some other person who can give them a secret recipe for making 10,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees per day. And this mindset is the seed of failure, which is going to take them out of the market eventually. So coming back to originally what I was trying to say, that intraday trading is a game of strategy. Intraday trading is about trading psychology, intraday trading is about strategies, intraday trading is about risk management, intraday trading is about your execution. Small losses cannot be avoided, and small losses are not bad. As long as you keep them small, you are eventually going to win this battle. So don't be afraid to take a small loss. Don't be afraid of risk. Risk is okay. Start to acknowledge the risk, embrace the risk, and manage the risk, and that's all is required from a good trader, and eventually you all are going to be profitable.